From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
All right, good Monday morning. We had a lot of drama this weekend in terms of all the fires. We'll have a lot more to say about those, but alert days ahead of us from this afternoon through Wednesday. It's going to be gusty and it'll continue to be critically dry out there. Extremely dry by this weekend, tracking another round of winds, so an alert day possible for Saturday, and our high temperature is going to stay put in the 80s and 90s. Very toasty for today. Okay, the alert day from this afternoon through Wednesday for all of the viewing area. We'll have more to say about this later in the show. Wind gusts, thankfully calm for now. They're definitely going to pick up into the afternoon and evening for the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys. And then in terms of temperatures, it is mild out there, 50s and 60s for lower elevations. Here's your coat cast for this Monday for the Tri-Cities. No coat necessary, except for the very early morning, but it's going to be all t-shirt weather for today, as we'll be in the mid-90s in Yakima and the Tri-Cities. So hot and dry. Fire danger ahead of us, and I'll have a lot more to say about the fires that are already on the map coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, fire tears through Old Inland Empire Highway in Benton County. The vegetation fire destroying homes and knocking out power as we continue our fire coverage this morning.
And a stolen truck, a head-on crash, and running from officers. How one man's crime spree ends near Findlay.
Also ahead, emergency crews race to the Columbia River shore near Pasco. How the water rescue unfolded.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Monday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redmond.
And I'm Zoe Salas.
First at 6 o'clock, we have a lot of fire coverage to get through. It has been a very active weekend, an active morning, and it is only going to continue.
Yes, and we're going to hear more about it from Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Josh, what can you tell us?
Yeah, lots of fires on the map for this morning. We start off with the most dramatic one, the OIE fire that was burning near Benton City. It's still burning. The last acreage update we got, 500 acres. The fire origin point, 38,900 block of West Old Inland Empire Highway, and there were level 3 evacuations on this yesterday. They've since been downgraded to level 2 be set. Just expansive areas around this area, around that stretch of Benton City on the west side of the city limits. So that's just part one of the list. Part two is here. You can find this full evacuation area posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. The other fire with evacuations would be this Highway 730 and Twin Sisters fire that's burning at the Wallula Junction on that little tip right there of Walla Walla County. It's just above 3,600 acres. There were closures of US 730 just last night. Those have since been lifted by per WashDOT, but there are still evacuations in place. The level 3 go now evacuations in place for Hatch Grade in the vicinity of Hatch Grade, and then precautionary level 1 be ready evacuations in place for US 730 in the vicinity from Port Kelly to the Oregon border. Okay, the other fires that are burning that are significant don't have any evacuations, but definitely worth the mention. Okay, the Juniper Dunes fire. This one is burning in the Juniper Dunes Wilderness in Franklin County. It's just above 3,600 acres, and authorities are asking that people stay away from this area as the dunes are closed. And then finally, we'll take you all the way over to Yakima County, the Tule fire, which is burning to the south of Toppenish. The origin point for this was the 4,100 block of Tule Road, and this one is now 5,000 acres big. Thankfully, we don't have any evacuations with this one, but unfortunately, more dangerous fire weather on the way, especially in the form of some big-time wind gusts. We'll have more to say about that coming up a little bit later in the show.
In the meantime, let's get you more details on those fires that Josh was just talking about. Starting off in Benton County this morning, fire crews responded Sunday to a vegetation fire on Old Inland Empire Highway between Knox Road and North Case Road.
And the Benton County Sheriff's Office says crews remained at the scene throughout the evening to monitor hotspots. Utility crews working to restore power as safely and as quickly as they can.
The Sheriff's Office confirms multiple homes were destroyed in that fire. Now to Walla Walla and Umatilla counties, where Highway 730 is back open this morning. But man, take a look at some of these images on your screen. Just smoke billowing here. This after the Highway 730 Twin Sisters fire on Saturday. The fire began around 11 p.m., consuming grass and brush while also threatening homes and other infrastructure. Officials say it moved south, crossing into Spring Gulch. Air support was called in to help, and a state fire mobilization was authorized. That according to the Washington State Fire Marshal. While the highway is again back open, officials say if you don't need to be out around in that area, please stay away for the safety of emergency crews. The cause is still under investigation.
And another vegetation fire that began on Saturday was the Tule fire in Yakima County. This was along the 4100 block of Tule Road, which is located south of Toppenish. And in Franklin County, a vegetation fire broke out on Saturday as well, called the Juniper Dunes Fire. Air support was on scene, and the Southeast Washington Interagency Incident Management Team aided in resource management. Officials say the fire is in a remote area, making it challenging for emergency crews to access unless by ATV-style vehicles. Juniper Dunes is closed, and crews monitored the fire through Sunday evening. And we will continue to bring you the latest on these fires throughout the morning. To see any of this information again right now, you can go to applevalleynewsnow.com, where you can also get updates by following any of our social media platforms. You can see those links on your screen as we continue to get new information throughout the day.
In other news this morning, a 22-year-old man is under arrest after deputies say he took his father's box truck without permission, caused a crash, and then tried to take another car to get away. Here's what we know. Just before 8:30 on Saturday morning, investigators say Darwin Wenmel Mendoza Rueda was driving on State Route 397, turned onto Bowles Road, and hit a car head-on that was stopped at a stop sign. Witnesses say he got out and tried to get into another passing vehicle, but that driver locked the doors. We're told Mendoza Rueda ran off, but Benton County deputies found him a short time later and arrested him. The other driver was taken to the hospital. No word on their condition. Mendoza Rueda is booked on suspicion of DUI, hit and run, attempted vehicle theft, and obstruction. First responders rushed to the Columbia River shore Friday morning after receiving a call for a water rescue near Pasco. The Pasco Fire Department arrived at the scene around 10:30, setting up the rescue near 25th Avenue Sacagawea Heritage Trail ahead. A person was responsive and taken to the hospital.
After 4 years of construction and planning, Pasco residents got their first look inside the city's new aquatic center. The $45 million facility officially opened with a ribbon-cutting ceremony on Friday afternoon, giving community members a chance to tour the center before it opens for swimming later this month. And officials hope the center will serve residents year-round while providing a new destination for families throughout the Tri-Cities. Swimming begins June 27th, and residents can purchase summer and annual passes online or at the facility in person.
Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, history unfolds on the White House South Lawn as UFC fighters battle in the octagon. Why the unprecedented event is drawing fierce criticism. And here's a live look outside to Ellensburg this morning. Just what can you expect in terms of high temperatures out in your neck of the woods? Josh is coming back to take you zone by zone after this.
So guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them.
Switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
What they're trying to say is you can switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Plus, T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years.
I'm switching. And saving. I'm switching. And saving.
You get hurt in a car wreck, and all of a sudden, you feel like there's a black cloud hanging over your life. You're in pain, and the insurance company doesn't want to pay. call me, Attorney Mariano Morales. I have the power of more. Don't take that first offer when I can get you more, much more than they want to pay. And why go to court if you don't have to? And when they find out the heavy hitters on your side, well, you know, blue skies. Injured? Call me, Attorney Mariano Morales, because helping you is what I do.
Call 853-2222.
The Inland Northwest is a vibrant community, rich in tradition and pride. And Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like nitrates, bacteria, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
I know you all have a few concerns.
My internet is too fast.
That's good.
Why aren't they forcing me to sign a contract? Is it me?
Yeah, and I'm saving too much money by switching.
My install was too quick and painless.
Now my connection is the most stable thing in my life.
What's Zipley's endgame here? I'm sure there's an explanation.
I feel like my world is crumbling.
Calm down. Folks, who threw that? Did that have sprinkles?
Zipley Fiber, as low as $35 per month with no strings attached.
This summer, turn moments into lifelong memories with Broadmoor RV. Feel the thrill of adventure and the warmth of togetherness. Explore the great outdoors with the comfort of home, and let every adventure become a story worth sharing. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam comes to Richmond July 11th and 12th at John Dan Plaza. Register today. Final weeks to register your team for $165. Team ends midnight Wednesday, June 24th. Register now for $165 at c3slam.com. Brought to you by the City of Richmond and Tri-City Sunrise Rotary.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is going to be roasty toasty out there over the next 7 days. Here's your day planner forecast for this Monday for the Tri-Cities. It's going to be in the mid-80s by lunchtime and then mid-90s for the warmest part of the day. So actually, this is going to be one of those rare days where Yakima might be a little bit hotter than the Tri-Cities. Only by a degree, though. 97 for Yakima, 96 for the Tri-Cities, 92 for Walla Walla. This is well above normal for this time of the year by 13 degrees to be precise. It'll be cooler into Wednesday, warming things up into Friday, a little bit cooler into the weekend, but in general, high temperatures staying above normal for these next 7 days. The UV index is going to be very high, starting with today on a scale from 1 to 11. It's going to be an 8. That means that your skin could burn within 15 minutes, so be sure that your skin is not exposed. Be sure that you're putting on SPF 30 at least, and that you're reapplying at least every 2 hours and taking plenty of breaks in the shade. Okay, then in terms of, I know we're like on the cusp of officially being in summer, like astronomical summer, but we are still dealing with very spring-like pollen counts, medium high over these next 5 days, with the top allergens being grasses and nettles. So if that applies to you, have the allergy meds on standby. These are really going to be kicking up with the winds, especially for Tuesday, but alert days galore over these next few days because of the winds, because of the critically dry vegetation. We're talking all things fire coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. An historic night at the White House as the South Lawn transformed into an arena for UFC Freedom 250. It was the first of its kind sporting event that unfolded on the president's 80th birthday. Here's ABC's Allison Cossack with the latest.
Sunday was fight night on the South Lawn of the White House.
From the South Lawn of the White House, UFC Freedom 250.
To start the event, President Trump and UFC chief Dana White walked from the Oval Office to the balcony to survey the Octagon, standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see?
While fighter jets roared overhead. The President and First Lady sat ringside, the matches happening inside an arena built just for the event, including a custom-built octagon under a massive overhead structure called the Claw. 14 athletes competed in 7 fights. It's the first professional sporting event ever held on White House grounds. 4,000 people packed the massive arena, while thousands more watched from the ellipse outside the White House gates. The event drawing backlash.
I just can't believe that we're at the White House watching UFC fights.
Trump has had a long friendship with Dana White and owns stock in UFC's parent company. A federal lawsuit tried to stop the event from happening, calling it deeply corrupt, arguing it was a for-profit sporting event designed to benefit Trump and his allies. But a federal judge rejected that request. The UFC insists it footed the bill, which topped $60 million, as taxpayers paid the bill for Super Bowl-level security run by the Secret Service.
That was Allison Cossack reporting. During an interview in May, President Trump claimed the proceeds from the UFC match would go to soldiers. Your time is 6:16 as you get your Monday started here. Here's a live look out to Richland this morning. We do have alert days just ahead. Josh is getting us ready for every single day that we need to know about in terms of fire weather danger. Everything we need to know after the break.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through July 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when paired with an eligible Daikin ductless system at Bruce Heating and Air.
We're here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you should pay what we pay.
Now get employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Macy's gift line. Gift guide. That voice. I'd recognize it anywhere.
Halle Bailey.
How can I guide your gifting?
I need to find some gifts for Father's Day.
Let me guess, you have a lot of great men in your life. Princess treatment,
if you will.
Yeah.
Super protective, but extremely loving.
Well, yes. Helped shape your identity from a young age? That's actually spot on. Then I say this gift needs to go triple platinum.
I like the way you think, gift guide.
No matter the dad, we've got the gift. Father's Day starts at Macy's.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. We're delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who's making a difference and going that extra mile to make our communities better, please let us know. Click on Volunteers Count on the contest tab at applevalleyNewsNow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have alert days in place, plural, from this afternoon through Wednesday because it's going to be gusty. It'll be critically dry out there. We're especially concerned about Tuesday. Let's take it day by day. First for today, mainly after 4 p.m. That's when we're going to start to see those gusts. Primarily for the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys. It could be a little bit breezy elsewhere, but we're mainly concerned about the valleys for today. And once again, it's going to be critically dry out there. Vegetation dryness levels clocking in at a level 4 out of 5. Okay, for tomorrow, this is going to be the big day. You see gusts across the map anywhere between 30 to 55 miles per hour. The strongest gust being in Ellensburg, 55 mile per hour gust there. But the vegetation still going to be critically dry, that level 4 out of 5. Fires could certainly start or spread very quickly in an environment like that. Okay, then for Wednesday, some leftover breezes out there. Once again, it looks like the Kittitas and the Yakima Valley is going to see the worst of it, especially during the late afternoon to early evening. And you guessed it, once again, the vegetation dryness is going to be at that level 4 out of 5. It'll be critically dry. Okay, then we have alert days possible for Saturday. We're only saying possible because it's 5 days out. I have a gut feeling this is probably going to be upgraded to an alert day proper, but it'll be gusty. This time the vegetation will be extremely dry. So once again, it's going to be the Kittitas Valley and the Morrow County foothills that'll see the worst of these wind gusts, but a still 20-mile-per-hour gust for Yakima, for the Tri-Cities, and for Walla Walla. But at this point, the vegetation dryness now being maxed out on our scale. We're talking like 99th, 100th percentile kind of values here. So very concerning stuff on tap. And the saving grace would be like any rainfall. We're just not going to have that in the forecast over these next 7 days. These areas of high pressure are going to stay very, very strong. No chances of rainfall in the Tri-Cities over this next week. So here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. The chance for more fires to start or spread quickly, especially for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then for Yakima, down valley winds picking up this evening, once again picking up fire danger. And Ellensburg also tracking down valley winds this evening, the much stronger gusts for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then for Hermiston, a hot and dry forecast throughout, but with heightened fire risk for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Finally, for Walla Walla, alert days for Tuesday and Wednesday, then more threats for fire starts by Saturday.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, a very big thank you to all of our firefighters working out there very hard on all of these fires. And Josh, I just wish we had some better news for them when it comes to the weather that's coming up.
Yeah, it looks like we just need that rainfall.
Need rainfall, need a downswing in temperatures. Little silver lining for today is that the winds aren't as strong. There's going to be a little bit of a break for some of our microclimates, but really ramping back up. For very concerned about Tuesday.
Okay. All right, well, good to know. Thank you so much, Josh. Switching gears, coming on up from Spielberg's box office winner to Netflix's reality series, we've got your entertainment roundup coming up on the other side of the break.
Bath Planet brings life back to your bathroom with expert remodeling, custom designs, fast installation, and right now, save $1,000. Call for a free estimate today, 509-851-0669.
At Prosser Digestive Health Center, find expert care close to home. Services include colonoscopy screenings, care for swallowing problems and esophageal motility disorders, GERD, celiac disease, and nutrition-related GI conditions. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center, 509-786-5599, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Digestive health close to home. This is how we care.
Now at McDonald's, get more value on whatever you're getting next when you order from the under $3 menu.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them.
Switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
What they're trying to say is you can switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Plus, T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years.
I'm switching. I'm saving. I'm switching. I'm saving.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow. And Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm the key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust.
In your entertainment news this morning, Emily Blunt's latest starring role in Disclosure Day topped the box office this weekend.
Plus, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are back on Netflix.
And Rick Damigella has that story and more in our Hollywood Minute. Take a look.
Whatever happens, don't you let go.
Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day topped the North American box office in its debut weekend. Emily Blunt describes her reaction upon first reading the script.
I was a bit overwhelmed when I read the script. I was like, this character is going to be a kaleidoscopic experience, you know. Luckily, when you're directed by Steven Spielberg, you're kind of safe.
There's a lot of attention on us, and if we're not a solid group, then how are we going to withstand all the noise outside?
America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders is back. Season 3 of the reality series kicks off June 16th on Netflix.
Cool cats cruise in a 70s flick, old school energy like 76 with the wide brim hats.
That's British jazz rap group Us3 and their new song, Cool Cat. The new single features vocals by longtime collaborator Akil Dasan. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
All right, well, new season of Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. I know I'm excited for that. I personally know one of the girls on the team there. Just had a flex.
Are you gonna name drop?
Her name is Dara. I met her at a dance convention once. She's a super cool girl.
She's super cool.
Yeah, she's gonna be a two-year veteran this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you met her once.
Met her once.
Okay.
Yeah. But like we're connected like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it was a deeper level.
Yeah,
you know, sometimes you meet somebody
got
for
to follow
just
on Instagram, you know,
a short while.
Yeah.
You got to follow on Instagram. That's official.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's all you need. All right, your time is 6:27. Still to come. In more serious news, we do have a military aircraft that went down, igniting a blaze. The coordinated emergency response near Rimrock Lake.
Plus, winter floods reshape Yakima County waterways. The safety wake-up call officials are urging.
We invited passionate soccer fans to push Nissan vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams. Hurry in to the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 2,000 customer cash on Kicks SR.
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
The 46th anniversary sale is on now at all Walker's Furniture locations.
And during our big sale this week, I brought in a little extra help.
A little extra help is here, and I'm marking everything down.
With friends and family discounts up to 40% off, or 5 years no-interest financing with no money down. Celebrate 46 years with savings and get that new furniture or mattress you've been wanting and pay over time.
This is one sale you can't afford to miss.
This week at Walker's.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam comes to Richmond July 11th and 12th at John Dan Plaza. Register today. Final weeks to register your team for $165. Team ends midnight Wednesday, June 24th. Register now for $165 at c3slam.com. Brought to you by the City of Richmond and Tri-City Sunrise Rotary.
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
We invited passionate soccer fans to push Nissan vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams. Hurry in to the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 2,000 customer cash on Kicks SR.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Monday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman.
And I'm Zoe Salas. Let's start this half hour right with your full first weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Josh, what can you tell us?
Hey, thanks Zoe, thanks Wendy. Well, we do have alert days on the horizon from this afternoon through Wednesday. It's going to be gusty, it's going to be critically dry, and then we are tracking some more winds into this weekend, but at that point, it's going to be extremely dry. The winds not going to be as intense as they will be for Tuesday. And also, it's going to be hot, just for good measure, 80s and 90s throughout the week. But that alert day from this afternoon through Wednesday, because of the wind gusts and because everything is just oh so crispy out there. So for today, we'll have highs in the 90s, 96, 97 for the Tri-Cities and Yakima, respectively, and a lot more to say about all of the fire risk.
All right, speaking of the fire watch, we want to get right back over to Josh because we are continuing that fire coverage. And Josh, I know that there has been a lot going on. It's not just about the winds and the dryness out there. Just everything has just kind of been perfect out there for these conditions, unfortunately. And it seems like things are amping up. So what's the very latest you can tell us on these fires now?
And I'd say something else to that point, Wendy. Another factor is that it was the weekend. And so people have more free time on their hands. And so sometimes we'll see a higher frequency of fire starting up on the weekends as opposed to during the weekdays. That is a little bit of a factor, right? But okay, we start off with the OIE fire burning near Benton City. Per the last official acreage update, this one's 500 acres. Don't have any word on containment, but the fire origin was the 38900 block of West Old Inland Empire Highway. And so we did have level 3 go now evacuations in place. Extensive areas. Now we have extensive areas of just level 2 be set evacuations. This is where you have to be packed. This is where you have to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. You can find these full evacuations posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com, just like you can with every single fire that we're going to track throughout this fire season. Okay, the other fire with evacuations is the Highway 730 and the Twin Sisters fire. This one is just a little bit above 3,600 acres. It's burning at the Wallula Junction. There were closures to US 730 last night. Those have since been lifted per WashDOT. And we still, unfortunately, do have some evacuations in place with this one. The level 3 go now evacuation in place for Hatch Grade and the vicinity of Hatch Grade. And then the level 1 precautionary be ready evacuation for US 730 in the vicinity from Port Kelly all the way down to the Oregon-Washington border. Okay, another fire. We'll take you up. So that was down there just off the domain of the page. Now this one, the Juniper Dunes fire, will take you up to Franklin County. This one's burning in the Juniper Dunes wilderness. It is also just above 3,600 acres. Don't have much word on containment. Thankfully, this is in a pretty desolate area, but agencies are requesting that people stay away from the area and also just letting you know that the dunes are closed. Okay, finally, we'll take you all the way over to Yakima County. The Thule fire burning to the south of Toppenish. This one is 5,000 acres. And the origin point was the 4100 block of Thule Road. And thankfully, you don't have any evacuations with this one. But if we have any more fire, if we have any more information to pass along with any of these fires, we'll be sure to let you know throughout the rest of the show.
Josh, thanks so much. New information now as we continue to follow this as well. Firefighters in Natchez responded to a fire they say was sparked by a military plane crash. This happened near Rimrock Lake Saturday afternoon. Take a look here. Dispatch records show crews from Natchez Fire, the U.S. Forest Service, and other agencies were sent to a vegetation fire around 2 p.m. on Saturday. Officials say the pilot safely ejected and was taken to a nearby hospital. Initial reports put the fire at about half an acre. We are learning the Yakima Health District terminated their executive director.
And I'd like to express appreciation for the 14 years that Mr. Fusco took the leadership role.
He's always been very community-centered, community-forward, and his leadership both here in Yakima and across the state will be missed.
Despite the positive well wishes, the board voted 9-0 to fire Andre Fresco at their latest board meeting. He has served in the position since 2012 and was on extended leave. We reached out to the health district for comment, but they were not able to give further details.
And planning to hit the water this summer, Yakima County Emergency Management and the Greenway Foundation are urging extreme caution along all rivers and creeks in the county. Officials say significant winter flooding has completely reshaped the waterways. Floodwaters have shifted channels, changed depths, and introduced hidden hazards in popular spots like the Yakima and Natchez rivers. They're encouraging residents to always wear a properly fitted life jacket, and if conditions look unsafe, then to turn around.
Still ahead, changes are coming for e-bike riders and city planners in the state. The new laws reshaping transportation and housing rules you need to know about. And all the weather information you need to know about. Here's a live look out to Richland this morning. Just how hot are we going to get today? What you need to prepare for after this.
He was considered the spiciest player in the game, but the world couldn't handle it.
So I took all that spice and made the Hot Ones Munchie Meal with a sriracha curly fry burger or buffalo chicken tater melt. It's like a good kick in the mouth.
Welcome to Jack in the Box. This is my grandson Brooks, and this week we're talking about our customer appreciation sale.
This is where you get big savings.
Or get 5-year no-interest financing with no money down on furniture for every room in your home. This week at Walker's.
At Prosser Memorial Health, expert skincare starts close to home. Board-certified dermatologist Dr. Richard Lynn is now seeing patients of all ages at Prosser Specialty Clinic, providing comprehensive medical dermatology services. From skin cancer detection and treatment to acne, rashes, psoriasis, and mole or wart removal, you can trust experienced, personalized care. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Lynn by calling 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow. And Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts thanks Shelby's Floral and Hapo Community Credit Union for supporting Bikes for Tykes. If you know a child who needs a bike but can't afford one, click Bikes for Tykes on our website. From Shelby's Floral, Hapo Community Credit Union, and Apple Valley News Now.
Jack, tell me one core value you live by.
Good things come to those who order my much better deals for $4.99. Choose between a Junior Jumbo Jack meal or Junior Chicken Sandwich meal. Some say be the change. I say keep the change.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
And good evening, everybody. To make great newscasts, you need great resources and an experienced team.
So it's a rain snow mix for now.
Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth started his career in the Pacific Northwest 5 years ago, moving to Apple Valley News Now in 2024. His forecasts detail the microclimates in our area, which can vary greatly. He loves the challenge of weather science and bringing accurate forecasts home to you. First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Only one station, Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is going to be toasty over these next 7 days. today's probably going to be the toastiest day of all. We're going to be around 90 as soon as lunchtime in the Yakima Valley, and then up into the mid-90s for the warmest part of the day. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of this Monday forecast. We start off up in the Cascades. I mean, even in the mountains, it's going to be in the 70s and 80s, almost touching 90 degrees for Sada's Pass. Okay, then for the Kittitas Valley, we'll have highs of around 94, around 95, precisely 94 for Ellensburg, but it will be windy today, especially during the late afternoon to early evening. That's when the wind gusts are going to pick up for the Yakima Valley as well. It's critically dry out there for today, so once again, fires could start or spread quickly, especially in the valleys. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, 80s and 90s, 96 for the Tri-Cities, 88 for Boardman. It's critically dry here, so can't rule out some additional vegetation fires here or for the foothills. The foothills will be in the low to mid 90s. And finally for the Blue Mountains, looking at 70s and 80s, just kind of depending on your precise elevation. Okay, high temperatures will sort of ebb and flow over the next 7 days. It looks like the two warmest days are going to be today and then Friday, a little bit cooler into Wednesday, and then a touch cooler as we head into the weekend. But in general, it's going to be very warm to hot, and it's going to be dry, and we do have some more rounds of winds on the way, so more alert days in front of us. I'm talking all things fire coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you for that, Josh. More than 200 new laws are now officially in effect in Washington state, including plans to combat homelessness and restrictions on e-bikes. House Bill 2266 now requires cities to include supportive housing while planning residential and hotel urban growth areas. The bill passed entirely on party lines, with supporters saying they hope it will help reduce delays. Senate Bill 6110 prevents most e-bikes that can go over 28 miles per hour from being ridden on all sidewalks, and all riders must be at least 16 years old. It also paves the way for future regulations as well. And your time is 6:42. As we are coming up here on Good Morning Northwest, we have your possible alert days with the temperatures rising. Find out more and how you need to prepare after this.
Injured in a car crash, the insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
This is my grandson Brooks, and this week we're talking about our customer appreciation sale.
This is where you get big savings.
Or get 5-year no-interest financing with no money down on furniture for every room in your home. This week at Walker's.
Vance has been keeping homes comfortable since 1986. We've got you covered for heating, cooling, and electric. We do it all. Maintenance, repair, and installation. Just give us a call. We'll be right there. Our professional technicians fix it right and fix it fast. We guarantee you'll be happy with our equipment and service. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Calling all international soccer fans. Come be a part of the official Seattle FWC 26 Fan Zone Watch Parties happening at Sozo Sports Complex in Yakima, June 18th, 19th, 24th, and 25th. You can watch your favorite teams play on the big screen, all while enjoying lots of extras like food trucks, a kids zone, a beer garden for the 21 and over crowd, and FWC 26 merchandise giveaways at each event. Admission is completely free, so bring the whole family and lawn chairs too. Spots are going fast, so reserve yours today at sozosports.net.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Sam Strebel provides the full spectrum of orthopedic care.
A lot of times when I talk to patients, they're in so much pain that they can't do their hobbies. We can use the machine to balance the knee before we make any bony resections, and then that will hopefully translate to a faster recovery and a better, more natural feeling knee.
To learn more about services including robotic joint replacement at Prosser Orthopedic Center, visit prosserhealth.org.
Here in the quiet suburbs, wild mustangs mark their territory, often near the mailbox. Sometimes in Gary's hydrangeas. And this month, the herd grows by one. It's Northern Quest's $100,000 highway horsepower giveaway. Don't miss the Mustang Grand Prize drawing this Sunday with Dave, Ken, and Molly. Plus an after party with food and drink specials and even more ways to win. The highway horsepower giveaway, only at Northern Quest.
Hey, why are dishes always getting water spots?
From Culligan.com, hard water. Mom!
Yeah. Hey, Culligan.
Heard you've got water problems. We got you covered.
Request your free in-home water test today.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have alert days, plural, in front of us from this afternoon through Wednesday, with Tuesday being especially concerning. So let's just go ahead and break it down day by day, okay? First, for today, after 4 p.m., mostly worried about the Kittitas and the Yakima Valley. Some of those down valley winds picking up during the late afternoon to early evening. And look, it could be a little bit breezy once again for the basin and for the foothills. Vegetation dryness for today going to be at that level 4 out of 5. It will be critically dry once again, just like it was for yesterday. Okay, we have not seen a fire weather setup like this in a while. It is going to be very windy for tomorrow, and it is going to be critically dry. I mean, look at some of those peak gusts for the Kittitas Valley, 55 miles per hour, 35 mile per hour gusts for Yakima, for the Tri-Cities, and for Walla Walla. Once again, it's going to be critically dry, so fires could definitely start or spread very quickly in an environment like this. Okay, then for Wednesday, some leftover wind, still breezy for most of us, but still windy for the Kittitas and the Yakima Valleys, especially during the late afternoon to early evening. Once again, the vegetation dryness is going to be at that level 4 out of 5. It will be critically dry. And then finally, there's an alert day possible for Saturday. It's only possible for now because it's 5 days out. I have a gut feeling this is going to be upgraded to an alert day proper, but for Saturday, you see we'll have gusts across the map. The strongest gust, once again, the Kittitas Valley, 40 miles per hour, but 20 mile per hour gusts for Yakima, the Tri-Cities, and Walla Walla. And look, that's all it will take. Just some breezy conditions for a fire to start or spread quickly, as it will be a powder keg out there. Extremely dry. We're talking about 99th to 100th percentile kind of values there. Very scary stuff. Okay, the forecast staying dry because of these areas of high pressure that are working in tandem with one another. And so, yeah, that just means no rainfall over these next 7 days. Very unfortunate. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. The chance for more fires to start or spread quickly, especially for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then for Yakima, down valley winds picking up this evening, once again picking up fire danger. Then for Ellensburg, also tracking down valley winds this evening, then much stronger gusts for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then for Hermiston, a hot and dry forecast throughout, but with heightened fire risk for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And finally, for Walla Walla, alert days for Tuesday and Wednesday, then more threats for fire starts by Saturday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Toy Story fans rejoice.
There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Hello?
Oh, yeah!
Ah! Whoa! Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! We're just days away from Woody and Buzz returning to theaters in Toy Story 5.
Does this mean Woody's a lost toy?
And this morning on GMA, George Stephanopoulos is sitting down with the dynamic duo at the heart of the beloved franchise, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen.
Well, Woody and Buzz have aged appropriately. we have the bald spot on Woody, but you don't like to call it a bald spot.
I would call it a cradle cap, but if the hat goes on, the hat goes off, the hat goes on.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of Tom Hanks and Tim Allen.
To infinity and beyond.
With your GMA First Look, I'm Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks, so girls' days are better. Game days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some adults felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Do more with less asthma. Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. Also approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Now, the morning sprint.
A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to restore all national park signs that were changed following last year's controversial executive order. In a scathing ruling, the judge wrote the administration seeks to share a limited history by removing signs or displays that do not align with its preferred narrative. She ordered all restoration must be complete by July 3rd. And a longtime Kentucky Republican Senator Mitch McConnell has been hospitalized. McConnell was admitted Sunday morning, according to his spokesperson who made the announcement. The spokesperson did not disclose what led to the move, but said McConnell is receiving excellent care.
Talking sports this morning, the New York Knicks are the new NBA champions. It's the team's first title since 1973. New York beat the San Antonio Spurs 94-90 in Game 5 of the NBA Finals Saturday night. That took the series 4 games to 1. Jalen Brunson led the way for the Knicks with 45 points and was named Finals MVP. The Knicks trailed by 16, but stormed back in the fourth quarter for the win. And speaking of wins, the Carolina Hurricanes are Stanley Cup champions. A lot of winners this morning. The Canes defeated the Vegas Golden Knights 3-0 to win the cup on Sunday. Carolina won the series in 6 games, and the team managed to knock off the Golden Knights on the road. This is the second Stanley Cup for the Hurricanes in team history. Time now for the top 5 local things you need to know this morning, and we are continuing our fire coverage. Let's get you straight back over to Josh. Josh, what are you looking at?
Yeah, we are specifically during this segment, we're just going to talk about the fires that have evacuations on them. The OIE fire that's burning near Chaffee and Benton City. It's 500 acres per the last update. The origin point for this one was the 38900 block of West Old Inland Empire Highway. There were level 3 evacuations in place. They've since been downgraded to level 2 BSET evacuation. Extensive areas listed by Benton County Emergency Services. That's just part 1 of the list. Here's part 2. You can find the full list posted online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com, but that's where you have to be packed. You have to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. The other fire with evacuations would be this fire that's burning up Wallula Junction, the Highway 730 and the Twin Sisters fire. It's just a little bit above 3,600 acres. US 730 was closed last night. It has since reopened per WashDOT, and there still are evacuations in place for this one. Level 3 go now evacuations in place for Hatch Grade in the vicinity, and then level 1 precautionary be ready evacuations for US 730 in the vicinity from Port Kelly to the Oregon-Washington border.
All right, Josh, continuing now with that Benton County fire. Crews responded Sunday to a vegetation fire on Old Inland Empire Highway located between Knox Road and North Case Road. So take a look at some of these images here. Just incredible video. The Benton County Sheriff's Office says crews remained at the scene throughout the evening to monitor any hot spots, with utility crews working to restore power as safely and as quickly as they can. The Sheriff's Office confirms multiple homes were destroyed in the fire. Firefighters in Natchez responded to a blaze they say was sparked by a military plane crash near Rim Rock Lake. This happened Saturday afternoon. Dispatch records show crews from Natchez Fire, the U.S. Forest Service, and other agencies were sent to a vegetation fire around 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Officials say the pilot safely ejected and was taken to a nearby hospital. Initial reports put the fire at about half an acre.
And just before 8:30 on Saturday morning, investigators say Darwin Manuel Mendoza Rueda was driving on State Route 397, turned onto Bowles Road and hit a car head on that was stopped at a stop sign. Witnesses say he got out and tried to get into a passing vehicle, but that driver had locked their doors and Mendoza Rueda ran off, but Benton County deputies found him a short time later and arrested him. The other driver was taken to the hospital. No word on their condition. Mendoza-Rueda is booked on suspicion of DUI, hit and run, attempted vehicle theft, and obstruction.
And I'd like to express appreciation for the 14 years that Mr. Fusco took the leadership role.
He's always been very community-centered, community-forward, and his leadership both here in Yakima and across the state will be missed.
We have learned that the Yakima Health District has terminated their executive director despite the positive well wishes. The board voted 9-0 to fire Andre Fresco at their latest board meeting. He was served in the position since 2012 and was on extended leave. We reached out to the health district for comment, but they were not able to give any further details.
Yakima County Emergency Management and the Greenway Foundation are urging extreme caution along all rivers and creeks in the county. Officials say significant winter flooding has completely reshaped the waterways. They're encouraging residents to always wear a properly fitted life jacket, and if conditions look unsafe, turn around. Time now for what's trending. One of the internet's biggest stars is making history. Check it out. Jimmy Donaldson, better known as Mr. Beast, has become the first individual creator to reach 500 million subscribers on YouTube.
Wow. Well, the 28-year-old built his audience through massive challenges, elaborate stunts, and high-dollar giveaways, including his viral real-life Squid Game competition.
Beyond entertainment, Mr. Beast has also led major fundraising campaigns. That's included efforts to plant millions of trees, remove trash from oceans and waterways, and raise millions of dollars for water aid.
See, using the fame for some good too?
Yeah, as he should. Can you imagine 500 million subscribers?
No, I could not imagine that. Have you ever watched a Mr. Beast video?
I have watched a Mr. Beast video.
Okay. Have you, Wendy?
I've heard about some of them. They get pretty outrageous, huh?
Yeah, no, they're definitely elaborate. He definitely goes all in.
That's how he get the big views, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, Josh, what are you looking at?
Yeah, we are looking at, thankfully, kind of a reprieve from some of the winds for now, but they are going to pick back up a little bit later into the afternoon and evening, specifically for the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys. It is mild out there for this morning, 50s and 60s for lower elevations. We are going to heat things up. It is going to be toasty out there, mid-90s, low to mid-90s for lower elevations, and we do have alert days in front of us through Wednesday, especially concerned about Tuesday because it's going to be critically dry and gusty. There's another round for Saturday, so please exercise all the fire safety you've learned throughout the years.
All right, Josh. And for continuing fire coverage, stay with Apple Valley News Now throughout the day. Thank you so much for joining us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Have a great day.